Hi, my name's Eva. As you probably know if you're following my page on Instagram, most of you will know that I'm a doula, I'm a shamanic practitioner, and that I also do a lot of ceremonies. These ceremonies that I do weave through my doula practice, and actually my shamanic practitioner work is also really ceremony. You know, I open in ceremony, I close in ceremony. It's all ceremony. I love ceremony. But as a celebrant, I became a celebrant. I did the Obord training in 2017, I think. I need to go back and double check that. But I'm a nature-based celebrant. So Obord stands for Order of Bards, Ovates and Druids. So that's the main pathway of my ceremonies, but it also covers all nature-based spiritualities. So I can be very adaptable in creating ceremony for you that is very nature-based, that takes you outside into nature, that draws upon the elements, that draws upon on the earth and you know, the natural world around us, and incorporating that into your ceremony by honouring those aspects of life, which really deepens your ceremony. It really holds the space for your ceremony in a much more magical way. And it also allows you to really honour and bring forth our ancestors as well into that space, because they are in the earth, they are in the wind, they are in the sky, you know. And again, it deepens the ceremony on so many levels. I say that, you know, talk about ceremonies being quite deep, and I love that aspect of it, but actually it can also be a lot of fun as well, and being outside and just being light-hearted too also is what my ceremonies are about. I absolutely love, it's taken me a long time to call myself a celebrant, partly because I had a lot of trouble getting there in the first place and worrying about other people. But it feels like so much of a calling, and it ties in just beautifully with all of the other work that I do, that it's a natural progression. And so the ceremonies that I offer are hand fastings, which are wedding ceremonies. So the hand fasting is a rite within a wedding ceremony where you tie your hands together. I also offer naming ceremonies, so if you want to really cement your name or your baby's name, you know, and really call it out to the universe and your community, and help your baby or yourself to feel more grounded in yourself through a naming ceremony, then that's pretty much what naming ceremonies are about. I also offer ceremonies through pregnancy, through pregnancy, birth and postnatal, and they are from mother's blessings, parent blessings, to your birth being a ceremony, and then postnatal ceremonies as well, so closings, placenta burials, water ceremonies. And the water ceremonies also are it's quite a long process in a way, of ceremony in pregnancy, your birth, and then postnatally, which is taken from a traditional way of looking at your birth and way of looking at life, and honouring your birth and honouring the earth as well, and all the gifts that we get from Mother Earth, by doing water ceremonies. So yeah, and also rites of passage. I've done some rites of passage ceremonies as well. So thinking about your coming of age, you know, different phases in your life and different ways that you might want to close an aspect of your life or honour an aspect of your life, and that's really important too. That's something that we don't do enough. In fact, Wallace Black Elk, he's a Lakota, I can't remember what tribe he's in actually, but he's written a book called Black Elk Speaks, and within that book he speaks about how our children and these rites of passage, ceased to exist in their community when people started living in square houses. So in other words, modern living taking away the connection to the world and taking away our connection to ourselves and who we are as humans living on planet Earth, living in nature and being so linked with nature. You know, the way that we live in this modern day doesn't fit who we are, and actually was why so many of us get depression and a lot of mental illness, because we're not able to live our true selves and be our true selves in so many ways. So rites of passage is about bringing you back home to yourself and honouring those aspects of you. So yeah, if you have any questions, as always, get in touch with me. If you want to join my newsletter, follow my blogs, then you can do so on my website. And yeah, I look forward to being in touch.